Hi everyone. Today we are going to see about public and private subnet for two-tier architecture. This is a two-tier architecture. Today we are going to create instance in public and private subnet. In the step one, we are going to create a public public subnet and two private subnets. This public subnet is we already created in lab 11. So it is already available. So today we are going to create one more public subnet and two private subnets. In, in this lab, first we are going to create an instance in public subnet and then private subnet. Public sub in instance in the public subnet, we can able to access directly from our la- from our PC. Using this public subnet, we are going to access this private subnet. This type of uh, this type of instance creation is used to avoid internet hackers to hack the backend tools like database. This public subnet instance is used as a user need like a front end, and this is used as a backend server. So, using this public subnet instance, we can able to access the private subnet instance, and we can made any changes in the backend or backend like DB's changes we can able to made. Today we are going to see how to create this other three subnets and how to make routing for this private because when we creating subnets, it is automatically connected to the main route table, and we have to create a private route table for this two subnets, and we have to attach with this route table. So only the people from the uh, internet cannot able to access this. We have to make it private. So, and this type of using the public subnet instance to access the private subnet instance is called jump server or bastion server. So let's see how to create a two-tier architecture. So here you can see custom VPC subnet public one, which already created in the lab 11. So I create the rest three subnets. The custom VPC. I selected a custom VPC subnet name, custom VPC public 2. I'm going to see in this. This is the US East 1B. Here also have one public and one private. So now, which I already created the public subnet in US East 1A. So now I'm going to create this instance in US East 1B. I'm going to select the US East 1B, and we have to create a subnet 192.168.1.64 slash 26 and click add new subnet, custom VPC private 1 and the availability zone 1A and 192.168.1.128/26 and add one more new subnet for custom VPC private 2. And I click create subnet. 192.168.1.192/26. So creating three more subnets. Now we created public 1, public 2, private 1 and private 2. We created four subnets in custom VPC. Now I'm going to enable auto assign public to this public 1 subnet. So edit subnet settings and enable auto assign public IP address. Click save. Now we are going to create a new route table. we are creating this route table to associate private subnets. So here go to actions, subnet edit, subnet associations, and we are going to associate private subnets and save associations. Now we can see here two subnets are associated. Now we are going to create the instance in public one and private one. We are going to create the instance in public one and private one. So I'm going to EC2 instance and I click launch instance, Windows public, click Windows, micro, Windows Server 2022 base, T2 micro with detail and selecting key pair, and in the subnet we have to click custom VPC, and in this uh, VPC we have to select the custom VPC, and in the subnet we have to select public one, and we have to enable auto assign public IP, select existing security group. Now I click launch instance. Now I create one more instance, Windows private, T2 micro, selecting key pair, and in the VPC we have to create for the custom VPC, and here creating launching instance in subnet 3 private 1. Here we are not uh, enable public IP address, because if we enable also we cannot able to access, because it is in a private subnet. If we enable also it is not used. Selecting security group, I launch instance. We have to wait for the status check 2/2 check passed. Using remote desktop connection, I connect I connect with the public instance of public subnet. We cannot able to directly connect the private subnet instance. So we are going to connect this private subnet instance using the using this public subnet instance. I'm uploading private key. So now I'm going to open remove desktop in the public subnet instance. I open remote desktop connection in the instance. Copy this private IP and paste here. Copy username. Click connect. Copy password and paste password. So now we are connecting two subnets with one is public and another one is private. So in this public subnet we have a internet connection. So in the private we don't have a internet connection. See, we don't have a internet connection. So like this we connected private subnet using the public subnet instance. So in this public subnet, we can able to access the internet. We can open a browser and we can able to access the internet, but in the private subnet, we cannot able to access the internet. That is public subnet directly access from the internet resources in a public subnet, such as instance can send and receive traffic from internet using an internet gateway, but in the private subnet, not directly access from the internet. Instance in a private subnet cannot directly send or receive a traffic from internet. So I'm going to show. So here we can able to access internet, and we can able to search for any websites like this. But in the but in the private subnet, like like this, we can search browsing in the private subnet. It not we cannot able to connect to the internet because we don't have a internet connection, so we cannot able to uh, access the internet in the private subnet. So in the next session we are going to know about how to give an internet connection to this private subnet, and why we are creating internet connection for this private, because some people can ask, for that we create a instance in public subnet itself, right? So this is for a security purpose. So some private subnet instance also need some internet connections from the use admin side. So any update and changes in the private subnets, for that we are going to see about uh, how to create a internet connection for this private subnet instance. So like this, we can see here public subnet instance have a internet connection, and the private subnet instance not able to access the internet. So we can see if I search for, so it's still loading, and we cannot able to access internet in the private subnet. Thank you.